All right, have not fans. It looks like a major Tyler Perry news break occurred over the past week. It seems that our favorite TV producer on the OWN network has signed a deal with a company, I believe it was Viacom, with a new contract that will have him from 2019 to 2024, if I'm not mistaken, doing different episodes for different shows on, I believe, networks like BET and other major channels under the Viacom label. And that has raised a lot of red flags and questions in the Tyler Perry community. With his current contract with the OWN network ending in 2019, what does that mean for the shows that we love to watch? Of course, the have and the have nots being number one without a doubt. And if Loving You is wrong, I mean, we know that Love Thy Neighbor, and if I'm not mistaken, For Better or Worse, are in their final seasons coming up, or they're being aired right now. And it has been, a question, a very important topic that we've been talking about in the past, few days here. I was thinking about it. I mean, honestly, I was just blown away. I mean, first off, congratulations, Tyler Perry. That's a big deal. Really glad to see you coming up. And again, you think about how he started out, setting up plays himself. Just setting up all the stage and the equipment, all that stuff, and then to have maybe two or three people and sometimes nobody show up, and then from there the plays started going, and of course, the Diary of a Mad Black Woman, his first major movie, came out, and then from there House of Pain, Meet the Browns, and the list goes on. And here we are with his hit shows on the OWN TV. And of course, he branched off to TLC, if I'm not mistaken, with a couple of seasons of Too Close to Home. So now he's moving on to the next project. So again, Tyler Perry, I do wish you well. The major question is, what now? With the haves and the have-nots, we've pretty much come to know that a season is pretty much a year, if I'm not mistaken, where you have part one of a season in the spring and part two in the fall. So could this possibly hint at maybe one and a half or two seasons of the show left before it ends? Or when he goes to these other networks, will the haves and the have-nots continue? I'm not 100% sure, because based off what we learned in different articles and news reports, that he'll be doing about maybe 90 episodes of different shows a year based off the contract. So 90 times the 5-year contract is 450 episodes of different programs, if I'm not mistaken. So if it is true and the haves and the have-nots is ending, I will be very sad. But at the same time, it's great to know that, hey, there was a show that I stuck with it from start to finish. And if it does end, I mean, the show being such a big hit, I just really wish the actors and actresses much success, because with the show being as big as it is, and heck, even the cast now have been doing different projects on and off the OWN TV network, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, honestly, I don't know what I would do. I guess it's like, at that point, I had to find a new TV show to do videos on. That, man. Well, I will say this much: if it is true and the show does end maybe around 2018 or middle of 2019, because I believe his contract ends about May or July or something like that in 2019 with OWN network. So if it does come to an end, I hope they do it where they wrap everything up in a big bow. My mom keeps telling me about, well, Catherine's going to wake up from that sleep she's in. I'm like, okay, Ma, too much Dallas. But hey, I did a video about it, which again, have it in the right hand corner there if you want to check it out. Theory video about Catherine dreaming everything about the haves and the have-nots. But I guess you could say this much: the one thing I've seen consistently in the comments on different Facebook groups and Twitter, if it is coming to an end because Tyler Perry signed that contract, a lot of people are like, well, the show's pacing is so slow, it really doesn't matter at this point because they're not going to cover a lot of ground. I'll put it this way: when the show wants to move fast, it'll move fast. So I'm pretty sure we're going to see a lot of stuff go down if the show does come to an end in 2019. So this video was just pretty much going over those details, almost like a news alert of sorts, not really a theory video. But with that being said, with Tyler Perry's contract coming to an end in 2019 for OWN TV, and he's moving on with a new company, new game plan, Do you think the Haves and the Have-Nots is going to end? And if so, at that point, do you think we'll finally get the series on DVD? I would love it. I mean, it would kind of make sense. And correct me if I'm wrong, because it's been a few years now. Didn't we not get DVDs for, you know, House of Pain and Meet the Browns until after those series were off the air, off of TBS? Well, I wouldn't say off the air, not as so much as, you know, the series just ended and then the DVDs came out. Because I know House of Pain had what, a couple hundred episodes, and then Meet the Browns, I know at one point at Walmart they had like DVD sets of like 20 episodes, like $7.50 each. And heck, I know on Amazon they got them all on there too. So do you think if the show ends, you know, we'll have the DVDs released maybe around late, or let's say summer or fall 2019 or 2020? Trust and believe if the show does end, even if it doesn't, you know good and well I'm going to buy the DVDs. But what are your thoughts on this with Tyler Perry inking a new deal for a new company? Do you think the show is pretty much, I wouldn't say over, but coming to an unfortunate end? So leave your thoughts in the comment section below, and I will talk to you all later.